that scene that happened in the noughties, it wasn't just like Britpop where it was, or punk or something like that, where it was okay, you've got stuff in London happening in London, you've got stuff happening in Manchester, and there's maybe sort of bits and bobs dotted around elsewhere. This was like a nationwide kind of explosion, if you like. I mean, everyone was obviously sort of saw the Strokes or saw the Libertines or whatever they were getting their inspiration from, and at the same time kind of came up with this exciting music from across the country. You know, you had your Kasabian doing your rave rock in the Midlands, and you had you guys doing your thing up in Hull, and you had, you know, Kaiser Chiefs doing their sort of Britpop revivalism in Leeds, and you know, Libertines in London. It was everywhere, and it was all different. And the stuff that was going on in Glasgow, this kind of art rock thing. So just out of nowhere, all of this stuff suddenly descended, and it wasn't just exciting when the Strokes came along. It was just a constant sort of source of excitement. Every week there was like, oh look, Brock, who's this block party? You know, they sound amazing, they're from London. Oh look, so over here there's the Future Heads from Newcastle, or I don't know if it was Newcastle. It was from the northeast. So it was a really exciting time. And what frustrates me about it really is that what the NME didn't do. I think we were kind of so swept up in it, and you know, we couldn't really make head nor tail of what was going on because none of it sounded the same necessarily. It was all just exciting guitar music, and we never really came up with a name for it, and that was kind of frustrating. You know, if you look back at the late 70s and say punk and new wave and Britpop or whatever, and these scene names which the NME has always been so good at coming up with, we really fell down on that that particular period because there wasn't really any one defining element of all of it, and that means that basically it got defined in the end by the people that didn't like it. So the people that liked it didn't get a chance to give it a name or couldn't give it a name. But the people that didn't like it called it Landfill Indie, and that's what stuck. And so we you know, it's the first sort of really exciting scene that's happened in UK music where we're supposed to be embarrassed about it because it's been defined by the people that didn't like it. And that's frustrating when you look back at it.
That's kind of annoying, isn't it? What would you call it now if you could name it?
Oh God, yeah, I still don't know if it's possible. We tried things like Grot and Roll, but that was the thing. They weren't really very good, very positive names, and not stuff that you would want to pick out and go, right, I'm a Grot and Roller. You know.
Right.
I'm thinking, look back now. I think we should have called that whole sort of London scene with the Libertines and Razorlight and all that sort of stuff. I think we should call that Boz Rock, after Boz from the guy that did all of the sketches from the Dickens books, which I think might have been a bit too literary, but kind of in the right sort of vein. I don't know if maybe that would have stuck, Boz Rock. But ultimately, we kind of came up with a New Rock Revolution, which I think was just a bit meh.
Is that when the Arctic Monkeys came around?
Yeah, well, that was kind of we did New Rock Revolution kind of when the Australian scene kicked off, and people like that, which again made it difficult to pinpoint the UK scene within it because it was talking about like guitars across the world rather than just in the UK. So yeah, I mean, we were kind of stymied by the fact that it was just so many different sorts of music all at once, and how do you define that? How do you try and sort of condense that into one thing that people can relate to?
It's interesting you talked about that term landfill indie, just because I read one of your recent articles and it said that you've been talking to other NME journalists and you felt like a mutual responsibility for that term. Yeah. Is that right?
Should. It was but the thing is that people have kind of taken it on, and even the people involved with it have kind of accepted that it's something that we should be embarrassed about, or the UK should be embarrassed about, and people should have these indie amnesties and, you know, oh God, you know, I'm so ashamed I like a break song or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it was really good fun at the time. It was like every week there was some new, really great song coming out.